Well, a lot of times people feel as though that, they can't open up and share things about their life and what they've gone through because of embarrassment and because it's not acceptable. You know, uh, uh, I would say that acceptance is what you feel as though that you can be transparent with. It's not a type of thing where it will um, really embarrass you, but just more of a sense of it's going to help you grow, help you become a better you, help you, to tap into the things that, we are afraid to tap into. And sometimes when people start things or people, you know, launch certain things or in the beginning, there's always someone that's going to speak negative. There's always going to be someone that has something to say negative about you, or try to bring up something of your past and make you feel like, because you've done something in the past that you're not qualified for certain things. Well, the truth of the matter is we've all have done something in our past that is not acceptable or inappropriate. There's no perfect being. I don't care who that person is, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a pastor, whether it's your parent, your child, even yourself. There's nobody that's perfect. So, to have that notion to feel like, you're better than me or I'm better than you. No, our goal is to better ourselves, and we are supposed to help one another. And if you are strong in an area and someone may not be as strong as you are in that area, then maybe you should reach back and try to help that person to mature in that area, because we're interdependent people. We are put on this earth for a purpose and for a reason, and that reason is to help one another. If it's not the case, then why do we have segments on television? Why do we have concerts? Why do we have entertainment? Why do we have political views? Why do we have any of those things? Those things make a platform so that people can reach the masses. It's all about a message. You are sharing a message with someone and hoping that in that message that it would be insightful, that it would spark something. So, for instance, let's take a cause and effect. A person is on a microphone, they're singing. What do people do? They dance, they chant, they holler, they scream. It's a cause, it's an effect. If someone is teaching in school, the teacher says, raise your hand to answer the question. There's a cause and effect. You're learning something. So to take away that, we do not need one another and that, what I'm doing is insignificant, I don't buy that. I'm not into that. I believe that, every small thing, everything that's been great has built up from something small, So, if you take Microsoft or Apple or, any of these companies, Nike, Adidas, whoever it might be, they've started off with a small dream and they grew. Same thing with McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken. He started that in his 70s. He was 70 years old when he started Kentucky Fried Chicken. And it was just a homemade recipe that he did in his kitchen, and then it grew and grew and grew and grew. So, not to be, bringing the Bible in it or anything like that, but even in the Bible it says, despise not the day of small beginnings. So why? If God is telling us ourselves, don't despise it, don't look down on it, don't make it feel like it's insignificant. No, you build from small things. And you build and watch that thing grow. And you have to apply your faith. You have to believe. You have to be able to see the unseen. So when you're doing that, it's going to allow you to be able to move into a different dimension. It's going to allow you to be able to see certain things differently, to be a certain way, because it's going to be helpful in anything you do. So, my 60 seconds in a thought is totally about transparency, about the nuances that we face in life, about how to overcome certain challenges, not to worry about being judged on anything, because there's nobody can really judge anybody on any platform, because we all have faults, we all have issues that we have in our life. But the truth of the matter is, 9 times out of 10, we wear masks in front of people. And we don't like to expose our frailties, our imperfections, our faults, our flaws, because we always think of what someone is going to say about us. I don't care anymore. I've come to a point in my life where, you know what, I've made mistakes. I can run with it. I can look at the mistakes I've made and I can move past it. And if I can move past it, then you should be able to move past it too, because I'm not worried about you. I have my own time policing myself to worry about policing someone else. I'm just here to inspire, to motivate, to impact someone's life. I'm inspired to think big, believe big, act big, and I believe that the results will be big as I do those things. So I would say that's my complete take on 60 Seconds in Thought. The broadcast might run over 60 seconds, but, with the intro, the outro, and the editing and stuff, it happens, but the content is not lost in what I'm saying. And I believe that this platform will grow to something nationally and internationally. And so, I thank you for allowing me the opportunity to, share my thoughts of this and what my mission and my goal is for the 60 Seconds of Thought.